Hey guys, welcome to week 5 of our nutritional challenge. So we have been working thus far on kind of just improving the diet and doing that just kind of step by step. So at this point, if you've gotten to a point where you're like, hey, last week I didn't do really great on, finding ways to get protein in, or last week, obviously we had trying to just fill our plate with whole foods from that list that I gave. So if you're not perfect on that, that's okay. Continue to work on those things. Continue to try to find things that work for you. Try to build that plate and try to find ways to just continue to improve that plate structure for yourself. This is an ongoing, lifelong journey that you're on. We're simply 4 weeks into a nutrition challenge where we're learning some things, but they may not have stuck yet. They may be a little rough around the edges, and that's okay. Continue to work on just improving, one thing at a time, one meal at a time, one food at a time. And don't worry if you're struggling in a certain spot or a certain piece. When we meet here in the next 2 weeks for our one-on-one, we'll be able to really hammer out some issues that are facing you, and I can kind of help you get on the right track with any questions you have there. So without getting too rambly here, let's jump into what we're doing this week. This week is a really easy week in terms of what you need to do. All we're asking you to do now is eliminate calorie-containing beverages. So what we're thinking about when we say that are, pop, Pepsi, Mountain Dew, things like that aren't diet. Of course, adding sugar, cream, things like that to our coffee. Gatorades, Body Armors, drinks from Starbucks, alcohol, any of those things that you drink that have calories in those, I will exclude from that list. Any type of protein shake that you're drinking, any type of recovery drink that you're drinking that has protein in it that you're using for the purpose of trying to hit a protein goal. Now, what we want to try to do here is eliminate those calories that we're getting outside of our food sources. And this is very important and an easy thing to do to lose a few pounds if you are someone that's consuming this. Now, if you're not, more power to you. What I would say is let's try to make sure that we're getting enough water in, at least 8 glasses, so 64 ounces. That's probably the minimum that you're looking for. I've heard, 1 ounce per pound of body weight. I would say if that's, you're a very active person sweating a lot, you can do that. But let's just try to shoot for more water this week. If we're not someone who's drinking a lot of calories, if you're somebody that's going to Starbucks on a daily basis, if you're somebody that's drinking alcohol on a daily basis, if you're somebody that has a pop or two, every morning or in the evening or lunchtime to kind of keep you awake, those are the things that we're trying to eliminate. So things that you should be thinking about drinking are things with no calories. So, water, tea, black coffee. If you're using coffee and you're using a little bit of a Splenda, that would be okay. There's no calories in that. If you're somebody that's drinking diet pops already, I typically, for weight loss purposes, don't see an issue with that. If you're somebody that's drinking 7, 8 of those cans of diet soda a day, I would find that's probably not the best choice. So trying to replace some of those with some water, tea, something else would be a good idea. You don't necessarily have to replace those overnight. If you're, hey, I'm gonna have 2 a day, cool, do that for right now. But what we're doing this week, working on replacing beverages that contain calories with no calorie beverages. That's the goal this week. And go ahead and continue to work on what we were doing last week. So continue to fill that plate with healthy food choices off of that list. Pretty easy week this week in terms of new skills that you have to develop. So you can actually use this week to catch up, re-evaluate, implement something new that we've learned in the last 4 weeks before this. That's fine, but use this week to kind of get yourself back in order. And we'll start setting up our scheduled one-to-ones this week so that we can be ready to go for that final week. So if you have any questions, like always, you can contact myself, you can contact Carly at the numbers we've provided you. And let's just have another great week, guys. Have a good one.